Welcome to Back at the Bar.
We're back, guys. It's been, what, 2 weeks?
Yeah, about 2 weeks,
Yeah, no, because we didn't film last week.
Nope.
And then you took forever to upload our other podcast.
It wouldn't upload.
No, I'm talking crap. Sorry.
Well, no, actually the 16-minute one wouldn't have uploaded. I didn't know that. So I waited until like Saturday.
It happens, man. Mistakes happen. But we had two very special segments for you guys today. We had a very special guest star on. He was a very dear, close friend of ours.
Yeah, and an amazing artist. Even though he doesn't think he's gonna. I think this new song that he has coming out, it's called Can't Say It's Not Country.
Oh yeah, I heard it. It's good.
It's really good. I actually got exclusive. You know.
Must be nice.
Welcome to Cayleb's interview. Back at the bar. This is Frank Ruvoli.
What up, dude?
Local celebrity.
Local celebrity, but I love it.
Okay, a countrywide celebrity. World
Not a countrywide celebrity either.
A county celebrity.
Maybe a celebrity to you,
Maybe.
I guess.
Yeah, I need your autograph later.
All right. It's funny, my best friend called me the other day, or yeah, not the other day, yesterday, and he goes, "Hey, I see you're coming out with another song. Still haven't got that damn autograph from you yet." I'm like, "There."
You gotta sign the wall. I'm gonna find a Sharpie. You gotta sign
Yeah.
it.
Hell yeah. You want it back here or over there? Where?
Back there so you can see it on the
Gotcha.
podcast.
Sweet. I appreciate you playing my songs.
Of course. I was listening to them. I kept adding them to my playlist.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm just gonna make my own, just one playlist
Right.
where I can play. I didn't start listening to your songs until a couple years ago.
Yeah.
Cause I didn't even know you.
I was going to say, you probably didn't even know I had songs, dude.
You never really told me until.
No. You probably just thought I was playing at bar. I think you knew I played at bars.
Yeah, I thought you were like
Some
doing
days.
cover.
Well, I do that too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, even people that know me, that see me play quite often, because when you play at like the bars and stuff, you play for 3 hours, and they don't mind you playing originals, but they want you to keep the crowd engaged. People that are like out drinking, eating, not really there to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They want to just, it's almost like being a jukebox, you know what I mean? So, so I mix them around. But yeah, like even people that have seen me, they'll be like, "Oh, do you have any originals?" I'll be like, "Yeah, I played 5 of them tonight. Thanks for paying attention."
It's not like they're like eating. I've never heard that song before.
Yeah, yeah.
They
Well,
should.
the opposite side of that is when people are like, "Oh, hey, who wrote that song? That was a good song." I'll be like, "That's one of mine."
Really?
Yeah. And then sometimes I kind of announce it ahead of time, but it just depends on the crowd vibe. You know what I mean? It depends where
Yeah.
I'm at, what's going on. It just depends what the crowd's doing. If it's a busy bar where I can tell everybody's kind of like eating, drinking, maybe watching a game or something with me in the background, I just kind of just roll through it, play, have fun. That's what I do.
That's how it's bad to do.
Always having fun.
Well, I think in high school I told you to do country,
Yeah. Yeah.
and you said no. No.
Right.
no
And now I can't say it's not country. Right?
Yeah.
Well, first, can I give you a cheers?
Oh yeah.
Because I do have to say it's great to be on here.
Appreciate
I'm very happy that you and Damien are doing this because you guys are hilarious, number one. And like I was just telling you before we started, I mean, if you asked me 10, 15 years ago if you guys would have a podcast and I'd be on it, I would have been like, I don't think those guys are ever going to do a podcast. But,
I didn't think either.
right. But I love it. I think it's great. You guys are hilarious. And I also
Thank you.
love that he beat you in a race, but he tripped over the road.
Yeah, so I won.
Right. You can't fall in a race. It's against the rules.
Yeah. I think I gained probably 30 pounds, and I didn't fall.
Since when?
Since you sold me the house. A year and a couple months ago.
Yeah, that's not bad. That's new homeowner weight. It could be a true thing. I mean, they say like when you fall in love and you have a long time significant other, kind of stop taking care of yourself and get that love weight. Also, sometimes when you buy a house, you're like, "Oh, now I have a couch that I don't have to move off of."
Yeah.
You also get that new homeowner weight.
I should have stayed at my dad's house instead. Get off the couch. All right, I guess I'll go downstairs.
Right? Yeah, all right, Dad, I'm going to work. I'm getting out of here.
I probably would have actually did more overtime if I was at his house. Because now I just want to come home.
Right.
Like no one's here. I said, and I get today's my off day, and I came home. I fell asleep, but I was thinking about just sitting on the couch and watch TV.
Yeah. Well, thanks for having me on your off day.
Of course. What am I spending any other way?
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Tuesdays and Wednesdays.
Tuesdays with. Oh, you're off every Tuesday and Wednesday?
Yeah, for right
that's
now.
good. What's today? Tuesday?
Yeah.
Yeah, today's Tuesday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, good.
it's
So you still have
easy.
tomorrow, Burn.
Yep. Yep. And then I got Halloween. Got to figure out what we're doing for them. You
You're
know.
working.
I work at night though.
Yeah.
That's the
good.
nicer. That's the nicer part.
It's not supposed to be as nice this Halloween as it is. I mean, well, it's not supposed to be as nice Thursday as it is today and tomorrow.
Yeah.
Which sucks. But to our defense, I mean, you're a little younger than I am, but I remember trick or treating in a couple inches of snow a few years in a
really?
row. Yeah. So, builds character.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Especially with barely anything on.
Yeah, right.
Imagine
Well,
like,
you'd layer up.
see what? Oh, yeah.
You'd layer up. Got
How about that?
sweatshirts on, some sweatpants, and then you'd have like a gown for a guy, like wear the Scream mask. That was big when I was a kid.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's not.
Well, you know, I am about 10 years older than you, so.
Yeah. You're 33?
34.
4? 12 years.
Yeah. And look at how well you've grown up, dude.
I look older now. Well, actually, before I shaved, I looked like I was a 50-year-old man.
Yeah.
I had a bushy beard and everything.
Did you?
I just shaved a couple minutes before I got here.
Man, thanks for sprucing up for the interview.
I couldn't look like a caveman.
You could have. I wouldn't have cared.
Not camera, you know. Camera likes my short beard.
It adds another 30 pounds.
Yeah. I can't shave the beard either. I got a double chin.
Well, have you ever seen the pictures that they do online where it's like how a beard can change a man's or a woman's opinion of a man, and it's like basically kind of what you're saying, like clean shaven looks like a baby with 2-3 chins, and then the beard it looks like a lumberjack, and everybody's just like, oh yeah, he's, you know what I mean?
I think when I met Kayla, I had a scruff and I think I had a goatee. She thought I was 25.
Yeah.
I was only 19. I'm like,
Well,
wow.
I gotta admire, even though you're 12 years younger than me, I can't grow a beard. This is all I grow. I can't grow anything here or here.
Really?
Yeah. Like a baby.
I think, but my dad's the only one of his family that could grow a beard.
Right.
His dad wasn't able to grow a beard, and his brother takes him about 6 months to get a beard like
Right.
mine. Yeah.
You know, it's interesting because my dad's beard, like if he went to grow a beard, it's good all together, like type beard like that.
Yeah.
I can't, I don't really grow anything. And then if my brother does a beard, it's kind of like he can get this too, but he's like a little patchy on the sides. Oh, it looks better than mine, but like
Really?
it's not like full. So I don't know what we did wrong.
I don't know. I think it's just genetics.
I think so.
Your
too.
mom doesn't have a beard, right?
No, she
Oh,
doesn't.
so that's probably
that
where you
could be, yeah. We've got that half. Yeah.
Oh man. The best joke I came up with.
You're doing a good job.
All right, so let's get in the
You've met my
questions.
mom before, haven't you?
I think so. Yeah, I think I have.
Maybe one time.
I think she came to pick you up when you were my coach. You know, since you were old enough to drive. No, I think she was there one time. Dropped you off lunch or something. I think before.
Yeah, it could be.
Yeah,
Maybe.
I'm pretty sure I met her before, or like a banquet or something.
Probably a banquet.
Yeah, that's probably yeah.
Yeah.
Beer tastes good.
Wells Beach, baby. Did we cheers yet? I meant to cheers
Yeah,
you.
we'll cheers again.
I can't remember.
I got Mad Dog. You want to cheers again?
Mad Dog, what's that mean?
You ever heard of Mad Dog?
No. Is that what you always put out, or is that what you always show?
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
trying different
Mad Dogs, yeah.
flavors?
Yeah.
I haven't had it.
Really?
Is it good, or is it like Malort, where you regret touching it?
You regret touching it. You want to smell it?
I don't
Well,
know. I'll smell it.
you know,
I'm not gonna. I won't take it.
No, it's really strong. This is what my dad, everybody
it
at
just
work.
looks sick.
Yeah.
What's this called?
Mad Dog.
I mean, it does smell too bad, but I wouldn't do a full shot of that. I would do a little taste, but
They don't want to do full
Yeah.
shot. I was messed up 2 Fridays ago.
yeah. I mean, I wouldn't do that today, but I wouldn't do a full shot. How many times you gonna flatten that paper, dude?
I should have. My dad printed it out for you. I don't have a printer, and he brought it to me like this, like all folded and stuff. He goes, "Here." I said, "What the fuck?"
Why didn't you just type it on your phone?
I did, but I'm always recording
Oh,
my
because
phone.
we're recording
yeah.
on the phone. Yeah.
And I had a feeling David was going to come, because usually you use his phone.
Yeah.
Okay, this is the big question everybody wants to know.
Oh yeah.
When did you when did you want to be a singer-songwriter?
I never wanted to be, although I want to be, you know what I mean? Like I do it now, but like as a kid, I always wanted to be a baseball player. And then, as you know, because I coached you, I got hurt in college, hurt my shoulder, and then I just started playing guitar after that. And, you know, because, I mean, same thing as you, man. Baseball takes up so much time.
Yeah.
And you do it till you're 20, 21. It's like, wow, my whole life so far has been baseball. And then when you get hurt, you can't play anymore. It was like an existential crisis. Like I remember crying to my mom, like on the phone when I was in college. I'm like, I don't think I can play anymore. Like this sucks. Like this is everything I've ever done. You know, so whatever. You get through that, and then I'm like, well, you know, now that I don't have to work out for baseball, now that I don't have practice, now that I don't have games, like there's a lot more time that I have now that I never had before. And so I figured I could have either just spent the time poorly and partied and did all that, which still did some of that, but
Yeah. You have to.
Yeah, right? Or I can try to learn something new. And the first thing that popped in my head was music. I always wanted to learn either piano or guitar. And my fraternity brother, Billy, was selling a guitar. Well, he had a guitar in his room that I would play all the time, and I didn't even know how to play. So I think he just got sick of me of going in his room playing his guitar. And I asked him, I said, hey, man, you mind if I take this? Or are you going to sell this? Because I don't ever see you playing it. He's like, oh, no, I'm going to sell it. I'm like, oh, yeah? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, oh, give me a price. And he said $125. So I gave him $125, which is a lot of beer money in college.
Oh, yeah. It's all your beer money for a month.
But I don't know if he really wanted to sell it. I just think he didn't want me in his room playing nothing.
Yeah.
Because I'd go in there, he'd literally be studying, reading something, and I'd be like, down bump him.
I got a book to learn how to guitar years ago, and it's still sitting in the same spot. Well, in a new house, but same spot.
Oh, you brought it with you?
Yeah.
That's good.
I got 2 guitars downstairs, don't know how to play.
Yeah.
I know how to play drums, that's it.
Yeah.
Barely.
Right.
Yeah. My dad's a good drummer.
Is he?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
He was in a band in high school, I think. High school
really?
or college, yeah.
Oh, I would love to see that.
There's a video. I gotta find it.
I got a video.
There's a video somewhere. I think my aunt has it because everything got destroyed in the flood.
Oh, yeah.
If I find it, I'm gonna video record it. I'll send it to you.
Is that like the Moses flood, or what flood is that? You're like, it got destroyed in the flood. Yeah. Where everybody jumped 2 by 2.
Yeah. We were in Griffith at the time, but
is that the Munster flood?
Yeah,
where
Munster
everything?
flood. Yeah. My dad. I think my dad.
Now it's all rerouted. They say it shouldn't happen again.
They just added, what, like 3 feet to the wall?
I don't know.
It hasn't
happened.
happened. They added 3 feet. So I guess they'll help.
Yeah.
Unless it goes over 3 feet.
Right.
And then it's definitely gonna get more flooded.
Yeah. Yeah, that won't be a good thing.
No. I don't live there anymore, so it don't matter to me. Just let me get my stuff out of the house.
Oh, God.
I think my baseball stuff's still over there.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, so I probably should go get it now.
You know, I've taken my catcher's gear with me everywhere. Obviously, I don't use it anymore, but I just like having it. Like, I feel like it'll never happen, but I'm like, oh, what if somebody asked me to catch them a bullpen or something?
Yeah.
And I'll still tell them no, but it's just like, because I don't even think, after you don't watch a ball for a long time,
Oh, yeah.
you're not, it's like, I can't see this, Same thing with hitting. Like, if you go up, if I went up to the plate today against a pitcher that was probably a senior in high school, a college kid, or a pro for sure, like that ball, the way I used to see it, I'm not seeing it like that anymore. So I'd be like, I'm not stepping in this thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I like you saw a video of me trying to hit off Damien.
Yeah.
I couldn't see the ball at all.
Yeah, no. You're as soon as you stop doing it, your eyes change so much. You know what I mean?
Really?
Well, I don't know if that's scientific.
It might be.
But I just know from like my eyes, because I think in my mid-20s or something, or after I was done playing and I didn't play for a while, somebody was like, "Hey, I need somebody to throw to. Would you mind just coming and catching a bullpen?" I'm like, "Yeah, no problem. I'll give you a half hour."
Yeah.
Dude, I was like this, and I'm like catching everything back here because I haven't seen a fastball in a while. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's like it just changes everything. And then I've been watching the World Series, my stepson and stuff, and dude, the stuff that just watching. I can't remember the Dodgers. I'm indifferent. I'm a Cub fan, obviously, but
I'm a Sox fan. I don't really know.
I knew that. But I mean, just seeing their closer, I can't remember what his name is, but
He's fast. He's fast.
He's fast, but he's also got the fastball slot, and that slider he has, dude, it's
nice.
goes right off
Yep.
the table, dude.
I
Back in
just-
the day, you and I could both see that, and boom.
Yeah. Just,
Now I'd be like, "Where's that going?" You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So it's just crazy how much your eyes change so fast.
Yeah.
You know, and now I can't even read signs when I'm on the street.
Oh no.
I'm just kidding.
I can't.
Just not as clear as I used to.
My eyes are getting bad already.
Yeah.
Contacts are wrong prescription, and
Yeah.
I'm too lazy. I still have like 50 contacts left from like when I was 15, so I'm like I'm still using those.
Yeah.
I haven't changed them yet.
Well, I've noticed that, and my buddy was telling me about this because he got a prescription for him. But like, I can see signs obviously fine. I can drive fine. But I've noticed like fine print on billboards or street signs, or not street signs, but like exit signs far away, or the blue neon signs for like restaurants and stuff. I used to have no problem seeing that from far
Yeah.
away. Now it's like that small stuff has gotten blurry. Not the big stuff. I can still see where I'm going and once I get closer stuff, but I don't know, man. But it's just crazy on the topic of, like what we're saying, where you can, back then I could see the pitch out of a pitcher's hand. Now it's like
You can see the rotation right when it comes
I don't
out.
even want to
Yeah.
get behind the plate anymore. So,
I'm gonna have to soon. Xander's little brother, he's pitcher.
oh yeah.
He wants to be catcher, but I kept getting mad at him.
Yeah.
The opposite of what you used to do. Because he's stubborn, and I'm trying to teach him what you taught me, like the different angles you gotta go for each side.
Yep.
And to come down, he doesn't want to listen. I mean, he's 10. I was 10 when I was going to you.
Yeah, I think
Pretty
I met
much.
you at 10 years
Yeah.
old, or when you were 10 years old.
Yeah. So I mean, I was doing that at 10. He just doesn't want to listen. I think because I'm his brother. He doesn't want to listen to me. I try.
You know what was always fun about you? So you would never you would make an excuse. But like you were just like so like nonchalant, like, yeah, I know. I guess it's this. Or like when you got older, and I'd be like, dude, why are you so out of breath? You're like, I don't know, I just ate a burrito for lunch. You know what I mean?
You always go to Taco Bell.
Yeah, right? I'm like, well, why'd you do that before an hour lesson, dude? And then Damien was great too, because he would be, he always wanted to be better than you.
Yeah.
But you guys were both great, by the way. You guys were both good. But he would.
Damien's not here. You can talk crap. It's okay.
Oh, he's good. No, you guys were both very good. But like you'd be like nonchalant, and you would like work through it, and you would like say something funny as an excuse. He wouldn't even give me an excuse. He'd be just so pissed off. He'd be like, "God, yeah." I'm like, dude, calm down. It's okay. It's gonna
He's
be
still
fine.
like that.
Like it's gonna be fine. Like, just wait a little longer on that outside pitch, man. Just chill out. It's all right.
Like I'm trying to teach Xander to not come out. So I told him to come out, but he comes out too far. I said,
Right.
you're gonna get hit.
Catcher interference, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I've done that a lot of times. Because these kids were scared. If you have a fast pitcher, the kids are scared. They want to sit all the way back in the box. And I'm just doing normal stuff, and I got hit a couple times.
Yeah.
My little finger, and I'm just like sitting there like this, like.
Yeah. With the cast on.
Yeah.
Catch him. Yeah.
I think I broke my thumb a couple times too. When I was younger.
Well, I dislocated mine at a plate to plate.
Yeah.
That also hurt me too.
Oh yeah. It doesn't feel good.
No.
But
Well, no,
yeah.
I don't mean hurt. I mean it hurt, but
Yeah.
it hurt the rest of that happened when I was 16.
Oh.
And that screwed me up for the rest of high school and college because I always had to wear a cast on under my mitt
Yeah.
because it's still weird. It benefits me playing guitar because I can stretch more.
Oh.
But as a catcher, if I didn't have the cast on, if I caught it, sometimes you would catch it right on the lip of your
Yep.
glove. It would pop it back out, and it
Yeah.
would hurt so bad, and it would be so hard to catch the rest of the game. So I always had to wear a cast.
That's what I had. I had the did they have Evo Shield back then? Like the
No.
Okay.
I had Walgreens Shield where you buy a cheap plastic thing, and then my dad had to cut it out for my hand.
Oh really?
Yeah.
That's why
And
you-
then Evo Shield came out.
You're like, okay, Frank's done.
Yeah. Mine was like not a prosthetic, but like an orthopedic. Go to Walgreens, go in the section with like, I don't know, like all the way in the back by the pharmacy, and they got like all this like little at-home things you can do. Like it's got the leg brace and all that stuff.
Oh yeah.
It's back there.
Okay. Well, I mean, it's the same thing. It just
Yeah.
it's just logo makes it more
Right.
expensive.
Logo and design does the same thing, but
I still have mine in my glove.
yeah,
It's still sitting in there.
except for mine was $12 and Evo Shield's I think $40.
I think it's more. It was more than that when I bought it.
Yeah.
I think it was like 80.
Yeah. That's all you need is a logo.
Yeah. A logo and some marketing. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're home free. He's probably sitting in Bahamas right now. The guy who made it.
Right. And all you do is just copy off what was already there.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, everybody's already making them. Let's just make it for them. You know? You still do baseball, coach?
Only 2 people. So my stepson George and another kid who started with me when I was still doing it a couple times a week. And his parents call me every year. They're like, hey, he doesn't want to go with anybody else. Let's figure out the schedule and we'll make it work.
That's not bad.
Yeah, I mean, I would love to get back into it. The only thing is that with the multitude of things I do, kind of baseball used to be like my thing. And then with, as you know, obviously I'm in real estate and music. And then it's like, all right, well, coaching, I only have this amount of time. And then since I don't have like my own facility or anything, I would have to then schedule with the kid and the parents and then have my schedule. And then I would have to schedule with the facility. So if there's no cage available, it's like, it was a lot of, it was just too tough.
I think at the end we did it outside for a little bit.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, a little bit of outside stuff. In the summer, it's easier too.
Yeah.
And, I mean, for you being a catcher, it's good to get outside because, I mean, other than like blocking or whatever, we can do inside. But for working on throwing indoors as a catcher, it sucks.
Yeah.
We got to throw to the bases and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, you know what? I think I still have a scar.
From what?
So I was going to I think I was hitting with you at the time. So I have a scar right here. It was bigger back then. Right before I went to you, I was throwing out the garbage, and I think McKenna threw out a steak knife.
Yeah.
And it split my whole thing, my tissue. You saw my bone and everything too. So my dad goes, "You're going to fucking baseball." So he went over to the thing, squeezed it together, threw some super glue on it, and then wrapped it up and said, "All right, let's fucking go."
I feel like I kind of remember that, but I don't remember that.
Oh.
But I can see your dad doing that.
Yeah, just don't tell no one. And I remember it hurt so bad swinging. I remember like crying almost. I'm okay.
What's wrong, dude? No, I got a paper cut. Yeah. You know what the best drill, because I actually have a video of you and me doing this from when I was trying to put it on, actually a couple best drills. And I don't think anybody does this, or at least I haven't seen it since our heyday, is the Frisbee drills I came up with.
Oh yeah,
For
I like
soft
those,
hands,
yeah.
but then to catch a pop-up behind the plate. I've never seen anybody do that with a Frisbee. And I don't know what made me think of that and what I was doing when I was doing that. But remember, I used to do that with you all the time.
Oh yeah.
And it's true. It
Yeah.
works.
Oh yeah.
So
You should
tell your friends.
put a logo on there. And you
Put a logo on a Frisbee, sell it, and be on the Bahamas.
Yeah. Well, you should get like, instead of like, how we use like the plastic one?
Yeah.
What are those, the disc golf ones? So those like
Yeah.
rubber? Those would probably be better because they're gonna pop off harder.
Right.
So they'd be,
Right.
softer hands.
Well, you just need to make sure that whatever Frisbee it is, that it works the same way as the pop-up behind the plate.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And normal Frisbees do a good job as long as you get enough wind under it.
I remember that's the best thing I was good at in high school. No one else could get a pop-up like I could.
Yeah, dude. Nobody works on it.
No, they don't.
And then kid runs around in circles behind the plate, doesn't know that the ball actually comes backward, not forward.
Yep.
And then he gets yelled at.
I didn't know that either until we started doing the drill. I had no idea. And that's why I always missed it. Or I fell backwards, trying to get it. I don't know why I was in outfield.
Yeah.
Well, since you're a baseball coach, a realtor, and a music artist,
Yeah.
hold on. What keeps your mind at task? How do you know? How do you do one without thinking about the other one and messing up the task you're doing? I probably asked that totally wrong.
It's not how it looks on the paper. Then maybe you gotta level it out. No, but I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying. So I'm very organized in my brain.
Okay.
I think about all of them all the time. Like I was just at the office today. We had our office meeting for realtors and stuff like that. So for me, it's like real estate's It's interesting because both of them, in terms of real estate and music, can happen at any time of the day. Baseball, when I trained, obviously, when you're in school and stuff, I wouldn't see kids until later on in the evening. So it's easy as long as you keep your calendar organized to make it all work. And also, a lot of times, you know, like, for example, when I worked with you and I was still doing a lot of baseball coaching, you know, again, real estate's all day and then nights for showings or stuff like that.
Yeah.
But then, you know, there might be like I think I used to do like Tuesday nights would be baseball, and then, you know, Friday, Saturday, or Thursday, Friday, or something would be music. And then, you know, like real estate's obviously, again, day and whatever. But it's, to me, oddly enough, it's easy to keep it all organized.
Okay.
I know a lot of people think that I never stop and never take breaks or do
That's
whatever.
what I was thinking.
Yeah, I mean, people tell me that all the time, like, how do you do it all? To me, it's easy. But that's just what I've always done, you know? And I don't like to sit around. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So even at night, like, if I can't sleep, if I'm watching TV after a certain point of time, I'm like, I need to be doing something. So
You've
like,
always been like that, though.
Always. Like, even when I was a kid, I used to remember, like, obviously you couldn't drive, couldn't go anywhere. I used to go, like, sit in my room, and when I would get bored with something, I'd, like, take a pair of headphones and break it open and see how, seriously, and see how headphones were made. And then in my head, like, try to figure out with these pieces in the headphones, like, I know this transmits audio, right? Like, so I can hear audio through this thing. How can I take these pieces and invent something else? Like, I just, always weird stuff. Like, I don't know. I just always thought, like, I don't know. I get bored, so I always try to explore new, you know what I mean? I don't know.
I was like that until I had a kid.
Yeah, right.
I'm okay with being
I can
bored.
imagine. Yeah, I can imagine.
Before that, I was the same way. I couldn't sit still. That's why I made the bar. It's bored.
Yeah, yeah, right? It's a great board project.
Yeah, it's
amazing.
true. I still got to paint the rest.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's going to get painted at all.
That's all right. It's back of the bar.
Yeah, it's
No
true.
one's gonna see it.
Yeah, exactly.
Which, this led you to your podcast.
Yep, that's
So
true. Yeah.
you're good to go.
Yeah.
And look at, it doesn't even move.
I'm surprised. I think as I threw a toolbox.
Oh, nice. Yeah, it's keeping it down for sure. I didn't even see that.
I couldn't fit it over there, so I'm like, I'll just throw it underneath the bar.
Yeah, it's got to be about 200 pounds.
I think it's empty.
I'm just kidding. I was just saying that's why I couldn't move it.
I think I should make this into like a cocktail toolbox. That'd be pretty cool.
That's a great idea. You've always had great ideas.
Sell that.
I will. You want me to do it for you? Just give me the ideas.
Yeah,
And I'll find somebody to do it for you.
Actually, that's pretty smart.
That is. That's actually, because that's nice.
So
For those of you watching at home, that is not a traditional hard hat or a hard top toolbox. It's like a classic type of toolbox that would actually be super cool for something like that.
I'll probably put it right here from now on. Like
next podcast is going to be auctioning it off.
$3,000.
Yeah.
Starting bid.
Donate to Back of the Bar podcast.
Yeah. Mark Zuckerberg.
Yeah. Right.
I'll take $1 million.
That's right. Yep.
So you have a new song coming out.
Yeah.
Can't Say It's Not Country.
Can't say it's not country.
Probably the greatest song I've heard. I'm serious. I'm not even
Like of all time, or just what I've come out with?
of all time. It might be my new summer song.
Yeah. And you said that earlier. I said when we're coming out, but it does feel like summer today.
Yeah, it
80
does.
degrees in October.
And I'm weird, so I listen to all genres. Mm-hmm. But as it gets cold, I switch to rap and rock. And
Yeah.
as it gets, I don't think I listen to anything else except country in the summer.
And
You
you can't say it's not country.
No, you can't. No. It's a great song.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate it. And you actually have gotten to hear. You're one of only few people that got to hear the entire
it's really
song.
good. Yeah.
Before we came on video. So, but the first verse is what's been the promo. So.
It'll be on TikTok, so I'll just have the song on there too.
And I appreciate you reposting it too to your own video.
Always.
Yeah, that was cool.
I liked it. I wouldn't have done it if I didn't like it.
Yeah, well, I know that.
I loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really liked the first verse. Here's the Region Rats.
Yeah. Yeah, and you said you're going to name your podcast that, right?
Yeah, it was weird.
Yeah.
My dad actually came up with it.
Yeah?
Yeah, he's like, because I was at work, and for some reason he was working with me. You know, not the greatest, but you know, he's gonna kill me. But Yeah, we were working together. He's like, yeah, I was trying to figure out. He thought it was stupid at first until you came on the podcast. But he goes,
When's this podcast thing ever going to work out? Hey, I have Frank as a guest. All right, well, I guess it's going all right.
Yeah, he's been texting me the last couple days.
Love you, Joe. Good man.
But he's like, yeah, call it the Region Rats, because you know Region Rats. I said, yeah. But also at the same time, I don't know. I don't want just Northwest Indiana to watch it. You know, I mean that'd be nice.
Right.
But at the same time, I said, what if I want to branch out? And, you know, other
Absolutely.
stuff, you know.
Yeah.
Then I looked up.
Sounds like you have a business plan.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I told Damien if we end up making it big or something, you know, we need a studio, going to Tennessee.
Yeah.
There in we went to Dollywood.
Oh, did
That
you?
was fun,
What was
yeah.
that like?
It was fun. It's like Disney World. Felt like, you know, like I guess Cayleb described it as Six Flags.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Is it that big? Is it like that? Or is it smaller than Six Flags that we
I've never
know?
been to Six Flags.
Oh, you haven't?
No, so I don't know. I guess it's like a medium size. What's that?
Never been, but maybe medium.
Well, I mean, what's that?
But it's an amusement
Yeah,
park.
yeah.
All right.
It was
Yeah.
fun. Yeah, it had good food. Everything. Everything
Yeah.
was like from the '60s, '50s.
Yeah.
Everything was, so it was nice. It was
Yeah.
cool. I only went on one ride. I was on
Yeah.
baby duty.
Yeah.
It was easy for me to walk because I walk all night.
Yeah.
So I was walking around the park. Everybody's like, "I'm tired." I said, "What are you talking about? We barely walk. We only walked like 10 miles."
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not a big ride guy.
No, I'm not either.
Not a big carnival or amusement park ride
Yeah.
guy. I'll do them, but not a big fan. Just, I don't know.
They're gonna go look back on this podcast when you're famous
Huh?
and be like, "Oh, he doesn't like rides."
I don't like rides. I'll tell you what, the first ride I ever went on was the American Eagle. We were at Six Flags that obviously you haven't been to. And it was, I think my dad didn't go on, but I think my mom and dad didn't go on, but it was a family trip to Six Flags, and my sister Katie and my brother Gary were in a cart together, and then I was with my sister Christy, and I feel bad for her to this day because it was like, oh, it's my first ride. She was old. She's 9 years older than me, 9 years older than me, and you know, she's already a teenager. Like, oh, I think she liked roller coasters at the time. I don't know if she still does, but literally we started going, and I'm like, okay, like I started getting like this nervous feeling. And I'm probably 9 years old, dude. And I probably just made the height limit. And we're getting up there, and it's like the and I'm like, oh god, and I remember. And it's like everybody's like, whoa, we're gonna go down. I look at her and I just start bawling my eyes out. And we're getting whipped around, dude. We're getting whipped around, and I'm crying, dude. And it finally ends. Like I probably was screaming too. And it finally ends, and we get back to the part where like it hits and slows down, and you start going back into the thing. And I'm bawling, and she's like, "Shh, it's okay, we're done." I'm like, so she was probably like, "God, I got stuck with my younger brother whack job," but freaked me out. So I didn't go on roller coasters for a long time. And
I wouldn't either.
And then as I got older, I don't mind them, but I don't know. I also. Yeah, I don't know.
I went on one roller coaster. It was the smallest one at Indiana Beach.
Yeah.
And I was scared. And I, never went, I think I was probably 9 years old too.
Yeah.
Never went on one ever again.
Was it the dragon that just goes over one little hump?
It might have been. I remember I used to go on that one a lot, but it's still scary.
Yeah. That's a big drop.
But I used to go on the Area 51, no problem. But I can't go on a freaking roller coaster.
Area 51.
You know, is that the carnival? It like spins really fast.
Oh, the
You like
Zero Gravity.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Not to be confused with the club around here that used to be the Zero Gravity Club. There was a nightclub. It was probably before your time.
I heard it before.
There
They
used to
talk
be
about it.
yeah, like a teen club. I never went, but
Talk about it at work.
oh yeah.
Yeah. Like I just like their glory days too much. They talk about it every single day.
Yeah.
I heard that story before, but yeah, okay.
Oh man.
So actually, Kayla came up with this question. She asked me, "How did you get into real estate?"
Well, so I've always been interested in people who've done well, and like in life. So people I've studied or looked up to, and how people are successful in life. And the one thing that was always consistent is in some way, shape, or form, and I guess not in all cases, right? But a lot of the people I would research and learn about, there was some sort of real estate link, right?
Okay.
So not always necessarily a realtor, but maybe rentals, maybe construction, build buildings or own land or whatever it may be. And so I was like, thought, okay, well, great. That's obviously, if I want to be successful, maybe something that I need to look into. Mm-hmm. And I figured, all right, well, what better way to learn other than, getting my real estate license and trying to, learn that way, see what the process is like, and then I can do that for myself as well. And then also, obviously, have it as kind of like a job, you know what I mean? So I got my license back in 2016. I wanted to do it in college, but I figured because I had an easy senior year, and I was like, well, maybe I'll get my license, sell a little bit, hang out. Yeah. But I didn't. I just hung out, But worked a couple jobs after that, and then I'm like, no, I need to pursue this and see if I like it. Yeah. And so I did, and I love it. So, helping people out get their homes. Like I just had friends of mine, your friend, same thing with you. Mm-hmm. It's helping you guys get your first home, or whether it be like my friends' parents who lived in the house for 30 years, mm-hmm. and they're like, Frankie, they call, those people call me Frankie when they're old, my friends' parents, Frankie, we've been here 30 years, like kind of stressed out about this thing. It's like, I'll handle everything. You just enjoy and get your stuff out and just don't worry about it. So and you can attest, because I've, like I said, worked with you.
It's terrible realtor,
Huh? Yeah, I'm terrible. Terrible. Flatten it out. What's the next question?
What's your first show you ever played?
So I actually got this wrong the other day. I was on a podcast the other day with the Beer Sherpa over at Off Square Brewing, which I'm actually doing the release show for that song on November 9th. So you can get tickets at frankruvolimusic.com.
What day is November 9th?
It's Saturday evening.
Okay.
The song comes out on November 7th.
I'll definitely have it in my post.
What's that?
I'll definitely have it right
I appreciate
it. Out.
I appreciate it. The first show I ever played was actually at the Clubhouse in St. John during Easter break, my senior year of college. On this other show, I said that it was when I opened up for Clayton Anderson, which that was actually the second show I played, which was super cool. I opened up for him at Wabash, where I went to college, and it was a big fraternity party. And I had some friends reach out to his team, and they're like, hey, our buddy's get into music. We've listened to him. He's good. Like, can you get 20 minutes? And I didn't know until that day, because they weren't responding. And then that day, they're like, yeah, if he wants 20 minutes, they're going to give him 20 minutes. So that was super cool. Yeah. But the first one I played locally, the first show I ever played was at Clubhouse in St. John.
Okay.
And those owners then, different owners now, but the owners then, great friends of mine. And I really appreciate them letting me play, because they knew it was my first gig, but it was a great time.
My dad wanted to know, so you opened for some artist in, was it?
Recently?
I think so,
Lee Bryce.
Lee Bryce?
Mm-hmm.
My dad was asking, we were trying to figure out who it was. Mm-hmm. So I saw it on your Instagram.
His history, like if you Google him and look at his songs, I mean, he's been doing it for years. Dude.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? And he's a grinder. He's one of those guys that comes out with songs all the time. He plays shows like you know what I mean? Like he's grinding the music business, and he just happens to be a bigger name. You know what I mean? But like he's a grinder, which is great.
Who else have you opened for?
I opened for Clayton Anderson, as I mentioned. Zach Du Bois, who was early on, was one of the guys that I met. He's from South Bend. He was a touring country guy at the time. He's probably a couple years older than me. I don't know if he plays anymore though. He did it for a while and then kind of backed out.
Yeah.
And then did I already say Lost Lonely Boys? Did I say that?
Lost Lonely Boys?
Yeah.
Really?
I opened up for them. They say, "How far is heaven?"
Yep. That's that was my grandpa's favorite song before he passed away. Yep.
Yeah. No, I opened up for them. And those are the big openers that pop in my head. I mean, I actually, I shouldn't say that, because I play with Robert Ralph Feddersen, and he's a great dude. He actually officiated my wedding.
Really?
He's a local guy, so he's a friend of mine. So when people say like, who have you, what I mean, but he's got a great career, great success. Him and his wife Terry Ann play. He's got a great group of people that play with him. Look him up. He was, he's had a great career since the 90s, and Terry Ann too. So they're super, super cool. So they're.
So you opened some big names too.
Yeah.
20 years. I know it doesn't happen overnight.
Right.
Some people it does. They just get.
Well, it really doesn't.
lucky.
But
well, yeah, everybody thinks it does just
Right.
because they just hear one song. Oh yeah, this is the best thing ever. But
Right.
You don't see the other 1,000 songs they got before.
Well, I mean, think about, I just had this conversation the other day. Think about Chris Stapleton. He got famous. He's famous now in his 40s, mid 40s, but he's been trying to do Nashville for 25, 30 years.
Yeah.
Well, if he's in his mid, let's say 20, 25 years. He was a songwriter, but he always wanted to be famous. And he's like, listen, I'm not writing any more songs for other people. Like, you're either going to take my album and let me try this, or I'm done. And now look at him.
I love his voice.
Yeah.
Chris
Oh, he's
Stapleton's-
great. Same thing with, Zach Brown. We were talking about him earlier.
Yep.
Zach Brown, he was doing, he was on Theo Vaughn's podcast, and he said him and another buddy, they went down somewhere. I think they went down to Florida or something. And dude, they were just doing bar gigs. Yeah. And he would go to the people and say, hey, you don't even have to pay me, but I want to sell tickets or have a cover.
Yeah.
I get paid the cover. I want to be here every Thursday or every Friday or whatnot. So they always had a gig every night of the week.
Really?
And yeah, man. And they finally got in a certain situation where they were selling out these bars in different areas, whatever night of the week it was. And then he got the band together, became Zach Brown. Like he was living out of a van forever. And Morgan Wallen, same thing. He tried out for America's Got Talent or American Idol.
I saw that, yeah.
Whatever
Yeah.
it is, you know what I mean? And now look at them. And it's like, as soon as they, like you said, as soon as they have that first hit, it's like, oh, where'd this guy come from?
Exactly.
Or
yeah.
where'd this girl come from? It's like, they've been trying to do it for 15 years.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
It just everybody just thinks, oh, this is his first song. It went viral.
right,
But how many people's actually done that? Like 2,
right.
maybe, and they don't do music anymore.
Yeah, but and barely though. Like when they go viral, right? They've been doing something for a while. Like whether they're consistent with their posting or whatnot. Like obviously that takes time. And then even if they go viral, kind of like what you said, like there's going to be that one thing in today's society.
Yeah.
There's going to be that one thing that's like, oh, person's cool, and then they kind of fizzle out. And then if they want to career that up, they have to continue to do it and
Yeah.
build it up. You know what I mean?
It just, it's sad it's like that too.
Yeah.
'Cause you can't just like, there's just too many artists now too.
Well, yeah. I was watching something a long time ago where they said they thought that the internet was going to have the cream go to the top and, then the music business, it would be a lot easier. You wouldn't have to scout artists anymore because you can pick them out of the hat.
Yeah.
But, I mean, there's so many people that sound good. You know
There's
what I
a
mean?
lot of great people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what I tell people. If you want to do music, like, at the end of the day, like, would it be cool if I toured around and played and had millions of followers? Yeah, it'd be super cool.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I play 3-4 nights a week in the area within an hour radius. Like, dude, I have fun. I get to meet a bunch of people. I get
Yeah.
paid for it. Write songs, even if nobody listened, I'd still keep writing songs. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, you just have to be happy with what you do. And I guess that's really in anything. You have to be happy with what you do. You have to enjoy it. And you have to you always got to reach for something because that's what keeps you going.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if I woke up and I'm like, I'm going to write a song today, no one's going to listen to it, and this is it. Like, that wouldn't be really fun for me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But if it's like, hey, I'm going to write songs today, maybe Caleb's going to really love this one. Maybe it's going to pick up on TikTok. It's going to be the next year's summer song.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to open up for Zach Brown, or you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like,
Or
you
I
never
think
know what's going to happen.
Zach
if you-
Bryan's
if you
huge
keep
right now
going.
too.
Yeah. Although Barstool Sports hates him.
Really?
Yeah, he broke up with Brianna Chicken Fry.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Dave Portnoy does not like him.
Oh man.
Oh man.
So, any other songs you're working on?
Yeah, you know what? I've got a bunch of songs actually, and so I have a lot of old songs. So like, Can't Say It's Not Country, I wrote in July of 2020 because at a certain point I started dating when I would start it.
Okay.
Just to kind of keep track.
And it doesn't happen overnight. I know that.
No, I mean some do. I mean actually, this song I wrote pretty quickly. The second verse I had most of it. There was like 2 lines I needed to add something, and then the bridge. I didn't really know what to do with a bridge, and we literally came up with the bridge in the studio while we were recording it.
Okay.
But yeah, I have a lot of songs that I play that aren't released, and then I have a few other songs that I've written recently. Another one that we're recording right now. It's almost done.
Okay.
And yeah, I'm just always writing and recording, but it's enjoyable.
I think it's a question. I don't know if I ever wrote it down, but I was thinking of it. So, when you write a song, do you already know the melody and everything that you're going to put into it, or do you do that in the studio?
So it doesn't have to be in studio, but like when I'm writing, it's either going to be something I'm playing, like if I'm messing around on the guitar, and I'm like, oh, it sounds super cool, I'm going to write a song to this.
Okay.
Or like if I have words in my head, like I have a couple things in my head right now. Word-wise, I was just doing this morning. Like I have an idea for a song, and I'm already like kind of singing it in my head what the words are.
Okay.
And so if I do it that way, then there's already a melody that I just have to figure out what that melody is on the guitar. And then to the opposite side, I'll be messing with guitar, and I'll be like, oh, that sounds super cool. Have the melody, and I just got to spit words at it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well,
so and see what sticks.
So when you're our catching coach, you're Damien's and mine. Mm-hmm. Is it weird? Damien wasn't as long as I was. But is it weird now, when I was 10, maybe 9 years old, and now we're drinking beers together? Is it weird that it's been that long, and how do you feel about that? How do you think we have evolved as adults?
Well, I think you guys are doing a great job. You're hard workers. Obviously, you guys are both tradesmen, unions, stuff like that. So I applaud you guys. It's not weird in the sense of like having beers with you guys. I think that's awesome. What's weird to me is just how fast time flies, you know?
Yeah.
And it's crazy because literally I remember your first year working with me. Same thing with everybody. Like you and I obviously keep in touch.
Yeah.
But there's some kids that I worked with when they were 10, 11, 12. I won't see them for a few years. And I'll run into them at B-dubs or something like that. And I'll be like, hey, and it takes me a minute to recognize who they are. But, in their 20s, it's like, who are you? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they'll be like, oh, whoever. I'm like, holy shit. You know what I mean? Like, you grew up fast. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's just the way life is. And, no, you guys are doing a great job. So keep doing what you're doing. And I love that you guys work hard, but then now you're doing the creative side.
Yeah.
And one thing that I think both of my grandfathers taught me is that you need to have, I don't know if you necessarily need to, but they both were very, they had their jobs, they worked. One was a Chicago police officer, one was an insurance guy, but they were both very creative as well. Whether it be woodworking, building stuff in their free time, or my one grandpa had a harmonica he'd play once in a while. I don't know, there's just something to be said about, and I think this goes back to the question you asked me about being a realtor, a musician, and a baseball coach. I think society these days, they try to throw us into a box, and they say, hey, like, Cayleb, you just need to work at the railroad. That's what you are. I don't want to hear anything else. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think there's something to be said about people that actually have a well-rounded life. You know what I mean? And do different things. Who can be a father, who can have a job, who can do a podcast that's completely separate of that, who can play music, who can help people in real estate, you know what I mean? Not to be Drake here, but we do only get one, as far as we know, we only get one life, right?
That's true, yeah.
So why just say, okay, this is what I do, and this is what I have to do every day? It's like, I've never subscribed to that. It's here's what I want to do, here's where I want to be in 10 years, 5 years, whatever. And how can I make life interesting every day to enjoy it?
Yeah, I couldn't just come home and sit on the couch and
right.
watch TV. That's why I built the bar.
Right.
I guess there's supposed to be a lot of ghosts there, but
really,
I haven't. Yeah, because U.S. Steel, back in the day, that their burial ground for the legal aliens or something that came up to work at the U.S. Steel, they didn't have any family, they couldn't contact them. They just bury them where actually our yard is.
Really?
It's supposed to be a lot of ghosts there.
No way.
I only seen orbs, like floating lights and stuff.
Have you really?
Or I might have just been really tired. But because we have like these certain cuts you're supposed to walk, and I got pissed on the radio because someone was walking towards me. I said, "Who's walking towards me?" And no one said anything. I said, "Who's in the second cut from the west?" And no one said anything. And I look, and it just disappears in front of, like, it comes like close to me, disappears, and I about crapped my pants.
Wow.
But I kept walking. It was just creepy stuff, but then at the same time, I think I'm just used to it now.
Yeah.
You'll hear footsteps behind you.
Yeah.
Sometimes it actually will be someone behind,
Right.
like one of your buddies or something, walking
Yeah.
up behind you. But sometimes you look back, nothing's there. I never believed in ghosts ever.
Yeah.
Until there.
I do. When I was in high school, a couple buddies of mine and I, we went to an abandoned insane asylum.
Oh no, crap!
And you could walk in. Some call it trespassing. I don't think it was because the door was open.
Yeah,
But,
no.
but
So welcome, Matt.
we went into a couple of the buildings, and it's freaky, man. I mean, you'd walk through, and just the aura, you know what I mean? Just the feeling of everything is just eerie, and you would like there'd be like a wheelchair over there in the corner, face, it's just like eerie stuff. But then like when we would walk, like this is abandoned, man. There's nothing there. There were a couple other cars that were kind of doing what we were doing because it was around, like when we were younger, around Halloween, we would all go to the haunted sites. There's a couple haunted sites in our area, and we would do that. And then this was probably about an hour away, but dude, we're walking like with flashlights and stuff in these buildings, and freaked out already. But then like all of a sudden, like there was 3 levels. There was the basement, there was the main floor. We never left the main floor. We didn't want to even, because you just want a straight shot to a door. And then you had the upstairs. And I remember a couple times, like, we're upstairs, or we're on the main floor in one of the main places, and all of a sudden we hear upstairs, like, footsteps. We're like, come on now. Like, who's, we're looking around, and then next thing we're like, all right, let's get out of here. And then the other thing that happened was we went to one of the other places, and again, this is abandoned, no electricity, no nothing, and we're sitting there, and we're walking around like, oh, this is the building where this happened. I don't want to give it away just in case I get in trouble for being there.
Yeah.
But like, again, this was like 15, 20 years ago.
That's weird to say, isn't it?
Yeah, actually, it was probably like 24 years ago. But we're walking around the side of the building, and everything's off, man. Like, it's all dark, everything. All of a sudden, this fan kicks on in this room, and we're like, dude, that was it. We're like, we're out. See you later.
Jeez.
Like, forget this. So, happy Halloween.
Well, appreciate you coming on.
Dude, I appreciate you having me. I'm so happy that you and Damien are doing this. It's great.
Ready to have you on
You
more.
guys are doing great. Yeah, let me know. I'll be happy to come over.
Every time you put up a song, you just come on.
Every time, yeah. Or anytime you want me. Anytime I'm passing by Hobart.
Yeah. I'm coming over. All right,
Yeah.
let's set up the camera.
Yep, exactly. It'd be awesome. Thanks so
you.
much, man. You guys are doing great.
Of course, thank you.
Yeah. Thanks, everybody.
They call me a region rat, but it ain't the city. Got cut off sleeves and a backwards hat. But every time I go a little bit.
Well, I just got done interviewing Frank.
Yeah, I just got off of work, guys. Cayleb, didn't organize well.
You didn't organize well.
We had our old baseball coach. He was our catching instructor. I saw him for 3-4 years.
I saw him for 10, 12.
It doesn't matter.
Oh, well, maybe like 8 or 9, probably.
And here's your realtor. And it was, it
And
was nice having him on.
local legend, too.
Fortunately, I didn't get to see him.
No, because you're terrible at time.
He's cooking dinner. I'm standing here talking.
What? What the?
Hey, it's not going in. Well, welcome back, guys. We're finally back after, we had some family time. Cayleb made dinner.
Yeah.
And we ate with
Went to the neighbor's house and played some soccer.
He played soccer. I just stood there like an idiot.
How did it look next sweaty?
Yeah, Cayleb got a workout in. I got my workout at work because I actually work unlike some people. If you guys didn't know, Frank is, he was Cayleb's realtor, actually.
Yep, and my baseball coach.
Yeah, he was my baseball coach. I actually, I remember I talked to him like, oh yeah, how about I go to you when I was at one of your practices, and then my mom scheduled me at this place for catching lessons, and it turned out to be Frank. Then he was my instructor, teacher, coach, whatever you want to call him, ever since, and then I just quit baseball.
Sissy.
I chose a bag. I chose work. Biggest mistake of my life. Everything
Biggest and
happens
best.
for a reason, though.
Yeah.
I wish I had more of a childhood instead of working.
Hey, it's okay. It's all right. We'll be all right.
Yeah, I get to be a
Make
child
sure-
while I'm older. With
Just
money.
make sure our kids don't have to do all that stuff. Make sure.
Kids, I'm not having kids, brother.
Whatever you want to do, float your boat. Make
I'ma
sure my
have-
kids don't do that.
Yeah, I'll make sure your kids aren't dumb.
It's hard to do with you.
Private school. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Mine is 0 sugar.
I don't like it.
What is that? Oh, gnat.
It's a fly. Open up. They didn't even go in your mouth.
Oh, can you give me anything? And it sprayed on there? Where'd it hit then? Something hit my throat, I promise you. Give me the orange thing.
The orange thing?
Spray.
Oh.
Man, that thing's getting cooked. Oh, fuck, mother. I was trying not to cuss, but I said fuck. Is it on me?
We got a little friend, dude. Hey! Bro.
Your friend dies. Get back over here.
Grew up in Indiana. They call me a region rat, but it ain't the city.
Dude, that was...
I'm telling your mom.
Got cut off sleeves and a backwards
It
hat.
says, can I steal you?
But every time I go a little bit south, yeah, they call me a northern boy.
Put it back on.
Cause they don't
something
think
there.
I really know what it means to feel that southern joy.